Good morning. To start our study off today, I would like to read out of Matthew 24. Now, Matthew 24 is Christ's answer to a question that was asked by the disciples. And the question is, "Tell us," they said, "when will this happen, and what will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age?" Jesus responds throughout the thing about what they need to watch out for. But I want to draw your attention to verse 23 through to verse 25. "At that time, if anyone says to you, 'Look, here is the Christ,' or 'there he is,' do not believe it. For false Christs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and miracles to deceive even the elect, if that was possible. See, I've told you ahead of time." I want you to notice that there's a lot of discussion going on regarding a Messiah that is going to come to planet Earth. The word Messiah is actually another word for Christ. Messiah is the Hebrew, Christ is the Greek. And the word Messiah and the word Christ actually means anointed one. My father always told me that the only way to know a counterfeit note is by getting to know the genuine. A genuine note, for example, I have a 100 Rand note here in front of me, has a metal strip going through it, has a watermark on it, and various other things that help me to know if the note is genuine. Now, before we can really know the counterfeit, we need to know the genuine. Why do I say this? In Daniel chapter 8, verse 11 and 25, I'm told that one of the character traits or attempts of the little horn will be this. Verse 11. "It set itself up to be as great as the prince of the hosts. It took away the daily sacrifice from him, and the place of his sanctuary was brought low." So I want you to notice that what he does, he tries and assumes to be greater than the Prince of Hosts. I want you to notice in verse 25, the angel clarifies this by saying, "He will cause deceit to prosper, and he will consider himself superior." Superior to who? To whom? To the Prince of Hosts. Now, in order for us to know who the Prince of Hosts really is, I would like to take you to Psalm 24, and we're going to look at verse, let me just go there. We're going to be looking from verse 7. "Lift up your heads, O ye gates, lift up your ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in." So we notice here that we're referring to the King of glory. Who is this King of glory? The question is asked. "The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and lift them up, you ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in." Again, the question is asked. Who is he, this King of glory? "The Lord of hosts." Verse 10. He is the King of glory. So we see here that when we look at this, the Prince of Hosts, which is equivalent to the Lord of Hosts, in actual fact is the King of glory, the Lord himself. Now, Daniel chapter 8 verse 11 and 25 advises me that this little horn will try and take the place of the Prince of Hosts. He would try not only just to take the place of the Prince of Hosts, he would like to make himself even superior to him. And who is this Prince of Hosts? This Prince of Hosts is none other than Jesus Christ, the Messiah. I want you to be aware that we are going to, from now on, take a closer look at who the Messiah really is and what are his qualities. How can we know the genuine Messiah? So that as we get to know the genuine Messiah, we will get to know the deceiver, the one who is a counterfeit Messiah. a counterfeit Christ. And to know this, we are going to be going to Daniel chapter 9, and we're going to be looking at verse 24. Because in verse 24, part of this whole vision that Daniel has is to anoint the most holy. And we are going to find out more about that. May God bless you today as you contemplate that we need to be careful, because even the elect, if it was possible, will be deceived.